Voices of Centralization. The voices of our roots. The Basilian Sisters 70 years ago, inspired by the gospel, permeated by the spirit of St. Basil, longed for unity in rich diversity, which creates an international community of faith. The Basilian Sisters prayed, worked, and on June 2, 1951, this desire became a reality. The desire of our sisters since the 20th century has been for unity, despite our diversity, to create an international community of faith. I learned about centralization in 1952 when I started my initial secret religious formation during the underground, because in 1950 the persecution of the church began. The sisters were forcibly removed from the monasteries for hard work in the factories. Thanks to the sisters of the Osijek province from Yugoslavia, especially their mother Ahneta Bijula, who was superior of the European provinces, and who regularly communicated with Mother Pavlina Veselkova, we received information about the centralization, as well as the approved constitutions. She included in each letter several rules, and gradually we received the full text of the Constitution. It was a really big sacrifice on her part. Looking back at our history, we are grateful to God for the many graces and protections He has endowed us with, and at the same time we wish to express our gratitude to the General Curia of the Order of the Basilian Sisters for all the blessed stages that we have passed since 1984. The first contact with the General Administration took place in 1984 through Father Virgil Florian and Sister Maria Lucia Florian, who visited Rome, as well as our generalate. Then, under the guidance of the Superior General, Reverend Mother Christopher Malkowski of the Uniontown Province in the United States. Before leaving for Rome, these two obtained information from their superiors on the state of the sisters in Romania, who memorized everything, knowing full well that they could not have brought reports with them. When they arrived in Rome, they wrote everything they remembered and handed them over to the Superior General. Another historic event was the Order's 50th Jubilee celebration. The delegates walked by each exhibit symbolizing the history of each province, vice province, and delegature. Sister Elaine and Sister Dorothy Ann prepared stories for each station. We walked to each symbolic milestone, listened to the story of each of their beginnings, and moved on to the next station singing hymns. This brought us together as an international order. I could write a book on my 10-plus visits to Rome. I've had the opportunity to be there for enlarged council meetings, commission meetings, and general chapters, all occurring between the years 1975 to 2019. Most of these trips were bittersweet. 1950, I entered our monastery in Osijek when there was no centralization yet. After the death of Mother Lyubov Provchi in 1949, the superior of the monastery was Mother Vasilia Sivch. In 1954, she was elected as a general counselor. Mother Vasilia was a true Brazilian sister. I met the general superior, Mother Zenobia Basusko, after my first temporary vows when I went to Rome for the first time to serve our order from 1956 to 1958. Our generalate asked for Sister Olha Gogora and me to come to work in Rome. Sister Olha cooked and I took care of the household. I entered the community in 1959 when it was already centralized. I met our General Superior, Mother Claudia Fedish, for the first time in Sid, who came for her canonical visitation there. Mother spoke in Ukrainian. She examined the house in Sid that belonged to the bishop and realized there was no possibility that it would be signed over to the Basilian Sisters because of the high taxes. Mother Claudia had noticed that we still participated in the Divine Liturgy from the cloister and received communion through the window. She said to us, "Take the benches and let us go to church."